Welcome back to Question and Research. I know it's been a long time since I've made a video. However, I was just trying to update some things, learn some new technologies, and get a standard schedule around. So I'll be filming about 2 to 3 days out of the week, more leaning on 3 days out the week. So I'm going to talk about the digital divide and also the recent things that have occurred. Right now the world is on a watch of this pandemic with the Rona. I'm not going to say the word. So everybody's been on the lookout for that. But also, I wanted to talk about the digital divide with schools. So schools have been shut down. Currently, I'm living here in Chicago, Illinois, and a lot of things have shut down, except with the exception of essential businesses. And those businesses are grocery stores, gas stations, of course, the police station, banking, liquor stores are essential business. Some people may be shocked by that, but these are some of the things that have been left open to the public to get to do their things. But schools, since it's a gathering of more than 50 people and more, they have been closed because they do not want the spread of this virus to go around. So this does affect the digital divide with some students. Some students come from more of a moderate background of income versus some who have a little bit more. So, with them getting their work done, it will also be easier to have, of course, an internet connection, have a computer, have the hardware and everything that goes along with it. But some students don't have that. So this is how the digital divide also creeps into the school system as well. I know Chicago Public School has over 300,000 students that go there, just like with New York City, they have about 1 million students that are enrolled in their school system. So, what exactly is the digital divide? So, Commerce Department published some information about what exactly it is. So, Commerce Department publishes first look at the digital divide, finding stark racial, economic, and geographic gaps between those who could get online and those who could not. And also, here's some more things to more information, I should say. In 1991 to 1996, the number of personal computers dramatically increased from having 300,000 computers or laptops to over 10 million in 1996. This whole digital divide just didn't start with the internet, but from my research, what I was doing, it started as simple as having a phone line. I remember back in the day when my father was alive, he was telling me that his grandmother didn't even have a telephone. All the information that she used to get via like communication, I should say, she either got it from the newspaper or she heard from a neighbor or she got it through a telegram or a letter. So even a telecommunications, a telephone is technology, and that's something that the majority part of the people have to use to function and get through life, make life a little bit easier, more accessible to people. So it started mainly with telephones, and then eventually it transformed into the internet, and the internet became more of the digital divide these days, because now you have a smartphone. You could use a smartphone for so many things. You can record on a smartphone, take pictures, you can look at social media, you can download apps, you can look up things, look to see if a business is open. I'm rarely on my phone. I do call, you do text people. Is a lot of capabilities with a phone, and it does have internet connection. And so I got this information from the National Telecommunication Information Administration. And see, digital divide, digital inclusion, it's all about including people and everything. So what is included to be a part of the digital world? One, you have to have some type of hardware. So you gotta have a modem, you gotta have a computer or a laptop, you gotta have high speed internet. That's also important. I remember the days when you had the dial-up service. Oh, that takes so long, and it interfered with the phone lines. So you couldn't be on the phone while someone's dialing up to get on the internet. And then also Wi-Fi, having hotspots, and you got to make sure it's affordable as well. So with this, I did some little research, got some figures off the internet about how much does regular service cost for the internet. AT&T, they start off $49.99 plus taxes and equipment. Equipment would be like the Wi-Fi and the modem and everything. Xfinity, they have per month $20 package, a $40 package, and a $75 package. The $20 package said two devices for high speed internet. The $40 package is five devices, and the $75 packet is like five devices, but it also includes some like cable services as well. Not to say that the others don't, but it's about having access to a lot of things, um, to the whole world, the World Wide Web. That's what WWW stands for. So I made a post. I saw something on Facebook, social media, um, and this person talked about, he had posted an article about the digital divide, and he was talking about, and the article was basically talking about students, or students, school age children, in the digital divide, and I posted it. Somebody that used to go, we used to be around each other because we were at the same church at one point because we were kids at the time. I didn't know she was a teacher, and she made a comment. She's like, you know what, this is true, because you could see the division with the digital divide with students who have it and who don't have it. It comes down to economics. It comes down to the money, cost of living. People not thinking about internet. If you got to think about, you got to have money to have a place, a roof over your head, food on the table, clothes on your back, you upkeep in the household. So the internet is more like a luxury for some people who cannot afford it. But in her case, she made a response, and she just said, yeah, it puts more pressure on the student, not on the student, but on the teacher, to develop all this paperwork for certain students who don't have it. And you got to think about those things, because like I know at Chicago State, I think they have, this is a university here on the south side of Chicago. They have to have, they that not have to have, but they also have, they have like Blackboard. So you get to go on there and get your assignments and turn in your assignments did by using a digital platform like the computer. You have to do that. So I saw some concerns there. So with this whole thing with this virus, people are not really in close contact with individuals. So they had this whole thing about social distancing. Um, Avoid big groups. So that's why kids are not in school. Also mentioned the essential businesses. They want people to go to where they're going, go back home. They trying to slow down the spread of the virus. Also, this affects the students, social distancing. So you can't really be going over to anyone's house. You're not sure if they're a carrier or if you're a carrier or not. And the who supported a lot of the social distancing, with, I know, three states: Illinois, of course, California, of course, and New York State. So we also have to think about education on an equity level. So what is education on an equity level? What does equity mean? It means being fair and impartial. And people try to come up with solutions to bridge this gap. And although these are some great solutions, you also have to think about the kind of surroundings these kids are in. So people want people to provide computers, laptops, or tablets to children. However, if you living with someone that's an adult that's irresponsible, they may take the computer, they may sell it. So I think about those things and how the digital divide and education, um, comes together. So some other facts: white children or white students are more likely to be, they're more likely to have access three times the rate as African American children. and then is a 43% difference between whites and Hispanics who will have is a gap between them as far as getting Hispanics getting some type of um, access to digital products or digital hardware for them to use when it comes to using the internet. And this is not specifically towards students or it's towards a whole group of people. So it made me also think, about technology. This whole virus, what is it really doing? What is it really inspiring people to do? Some people are really taking notice about a lot of things that are going on in their world around them. Could this whole social distancing be another way for us to look at education differently? Although some people may not have the means or the economic backing to do so. So, what other recommendations other than just giving somebody something and it may come back not intact? It may not come back at all. What do we do? What can we do to help these children get their work done, also understand technology, also use it, and what is out there for us to help children, because a lot of the community centers like the library, they're closed. That was a public place as well. So that's not really a place of an essential business that is open at this point. So thank you for tuning in to Question and Research. I will be coming back with more information as far as that. So I'll be coming back. I have another topic about how to research. Somebody asked about that, so I'm going to give my thoughts on how to research a topic or how to go about doing it. So thank you for tuning in. Also click and subscribe to this channel. Also follow me on Instagram, and you will be seeing me soon again. Thank you.